Tonight on Klepper's Corner Weird World News, we take a trip around the globe where the stories are stranger, the people are bolder, and the headlines make Florida look tame. Buckle up. It's like CNN got drunk in an airport lounge. Segment 1, the mother of all betrayals. Our first story comes from India, where 20-year-old Rahul was all set to marry his beloved fiancée until he said, "I do," to her mom. That's right. The groom ran off with his bride's 40-year-old mother 9 days before the wedding. You know it's bad when your RSVP list has to be updated to the bride, the groom, and the lady who grounded the bride in 8th grade. Authorities are investigating fraud, coercion, and how a Bollywood love triangle became an episode of Jerry Springer Jaipur edition. Segment 2, the silent scammer. In Spain, a woman faked being mute for 16 years, collecting disability benefits the whole time. 16 years. That's longer than Game of Thrones ran, and she had a better ending. Her cover was blown when a private investigator caught her speaking fluently in public. Honestly, if I pretended to be mute for 16 years and got caught, I'd just keep pretending. At that point, you earned the Oscar. Segment 3, French Dine and Dash Dynasty. Next stop, France. A father-son duo allegedly dined and dashed 100 times in 3 years. That's not just petty theft. That's a culinary tour with zero budget and 100% audacity. I've got to admire the commitment. They probably left Yelp reviews. Food was incredible that we recommend running immediately after dessert. Segment 4, Holy Demons of El Salvador. In El Salvador, a man dressed as a literal demon was chased through the streets to kick off Holy Week. Because nothing says Jesus has risen like drop-kicking Beelzebub with a sandal. This isn't just theater, it's religious cardio. If you can't exorcise your sins at church, chase them down in the plaza. Segment 5, May the vows be with you. Las Vegas chapels are offering Star Wars-themed weddings for May the 4th. Because if your love isn't strong enough to survive a lightsaber duel in front of a guy dressed as Chewbacca, is it even real? Honestly, who wouldn't want Yoda as a flower girl whispering, "Forever you shall be"? Segment 6, Pickleball Insanity. In America, a group of pickleball enthusiasts tried to play for 36 hours straight to break a world record. Because if you don't land in the Guinness Book, you can at least land in the ER with a torn hamstring and an identity crisis. This isn't a sport anymore. It's a cry for help disguised in sweatbands. Segment 7, Sydney Surprise. Meanwhile, in Australia, because of course, a boa constrictor was found slithering through a Sydney suburb. It wasn't even native. Apparently, the locals weren't alarmed until the snake tried to register for citizenship. This country has kangaroo gangs and jellyfish that can assassinate you. A boa constrictor's just another Tuesday. Segment 8, Immortal Goats of Brazil. In Brazil, scientists discovered a herd of goats that survived over 200 years on an island with no fresh water. These goats are basically immortal. They didn't just survive, they colonized. Forget Elon Musk. If anyone's colonizing Mars, it's these goats. Segment 9, the Slipper Saga of Turkey. In Turkey, an 80-year-old grandma may spend 4 years in prison for hitting her granddaughter with a house slipper. That's right, a slipper. If we start locking up grandparents for slipper strikes, my entire childhood was a crime scene. Segment 10, the gum that fights herpes. Scientists created antiviral chewing gum that can help prevent herpes and the flu. Finally, gum that does more than ruin first dates. It's antiviral, minty, and awkward to explain at customs. Segment 11, the tree that loves lightning. Turns out there's a tree that loves getting struck by lightning. Not only does it survive, it uses the power to kill its neighbors. This isn't a tree. It's a Marvel villain with roots. Segment 12, sock-sniffing lung fungus. A man in China developed a fungal lung infection from smelling his own dirty socks, and I just want to say, the real illness was whatever made him think that was a normal hobby. If your bedtime ritual involves a sock and a deep inhale, maybe it's not the cough that's concerning. And that's it for this week's Weird World News, a planet where grandmas get locked up, Star Wars officiates weddings, and goats outlive entire civilizations. I'm Jordan Klepper, reminding you, just when you think your life is weird, the world is always weirder. Stay strange, folks.
So what's on the agenda today?
Oh, man, you're not going to believe this.
What's this all about, Joe? You aren't usually this giddy.
Oh, this is just too good, Barack. Let's just say Trump got a little something extra with his Diet Coke this morning.
Oh, yeah? And what could that possibly be?
Well, that's it. That sucker has a hard time telling the truth, so I slipped a truth serum in there, and he's got a recording session he's heading to right now.
This will certainly be interesting.
All right, who's recording in the studio today?
Oh, you're going to love this one. We've got Trump and J.D. Vance coming in here.
Them? I'm not so sure about that.
No, it'll be great, Jack. Just trust me on this.
If you insist, bring them in when they're ready.
If you take a look, everything I touch turns to shit. I hate to say the word, but it's true. Just plain shit. The shit, that shit, red, blue shit, that shit, horse shit. I'm just a terrible person. You knew that when you let me in, and if you vote for me this November for president, you are my friend. A dipshit.
If you take a look, everything I touch, it turns to shit. I hate to say the word, but it's true, just plain shit. This shit, that shit, red shit, blue shit, bad shit, horse shit. Ain't no other way to spew it. I'm just a terrible person, you knew that, man. I was a snake when you let me in, part of the plan. I slithered through the cracks, got my way to the top. Now everything I touch, man, it's bound to drop. Shit here, shit there, it's a shit stone friends. And if you vote for me, well, you'll be a dipshit again. Shit here, shit there, it's a shit stone friends. And if you vote for me, well, you'll be a dipshit again. No shame, I got no fear. Everything I do is so damn clear. You think I care, but nah, I don't. I'll say whatever, man, you know I won't. I'm stacking up the shit, piled it up high. The smell don't bother me, I just let it fly. You knew that I was trouble, but still you let me win. Now we're all swimming in it, let the chaos begin. Shit here, shit there, it's a shit stone friends. And if you vote for me, well, you'll be a dipshit again. Shit here, shit there, it's a shit stone friends. And if you vote for me, well, you'll be a dipshit again. I'm like a wrecking ball, swinging through the halls. Leave a trail of shit behind, watch it spatter on the walls. No matter what I do, it's a shit show on repeat. But you keep on clapping like it's some kind of feat. You're drinking up my lies, it's cooling to the brain. But deep down inside, you know it's all insane. I'm a mastermind of madness, chaos is my game. But if you're still by my side, then we're both to blame. Shit here, shit there, it's a shit stone friends. And if you vote for me, well, you'll be a dipshit again. Shit here, shit there, it's a shit stone friends. And if you vote for me, well, you'll be a dipshit again. Piper, leading you astray, playing that sweet tune while the world's in disarray. You follow me blindly, even when it stinks. But I'll keep on marching, dragging you to the brink. Every promise I make, it's just smoke in the air. But you don't seem to care, man, you're stuck in my snare. I'll keep dishing out the shit, serving it up hot. And you'll eat it up gladly like it's all you got. I'm like the Pied Piper, leading you astray, playing that sweet tune while the world's in disarray. You follow me blindly, even when it stinks. But I'll keep on marching, dragging you to the brink. Every promise I make, it's just smoke in the air. But you don't seem to care, man, you're stuck in my snare. I'll keep dishing out the shit, serving it up hot. And you'll eat it up gladly like it's all you got. Now here's the final verse, let's take it to the end. I'll pile up the shit, no need to pretend. The world's on fire, but I'm fanning the flames. And you're still here cheering hearing calling out my name. So when November comes and you hit that poll, just remember, my friend, you're digging your own hole. I'll be there, smiling, watching it all spin. Cause if you vote for me, you're a dipshit, my kin.